And we are back. We are live, everyone. And good day po, good afternoon, and good evening, of course, sa lahat ng ating mga kaguro back there in the Philippines. We are back for our discussion of general education, also professional education, those items that you've answered last night. Okay, this is Gurong Pinoy. We are Study Link. We used to have a review center in Iloilo, but now we are doing everything online, and you know us right now as Gurong Pinoy. You can see all our social media accounts on your screen right now. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook as Gurong Pinoy, on Instagram as @GurongPinoyPH, and of course at TikTok as @Gurong Pinoy. Before we start, kindly like this video if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're watching us on Facebook, then please do share this video on your Facebook accounts. Start a watch party, tag your friends, share this with all the groups that you have joined on Facebook. Now, before we start with anything else, of course, we start every night with an opening prayer. Tonight is a Sunday, and so we are going to have an opening prayer, which is prepared by Ma'am Eunice Carvajal. I invite everyone to please join us in our opening prayer.
Magandang gabi mga kaguro. Tayo po'y manalangin. Panginoon, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng biyayang natatanggap namin at patawad sa lahat ng mga kasalanan na nagagawa namin sa iyo. Dalangin po namin na sa gabing ito, ikaw po ang gumabay sa amin upang mas maunawaan yung mga item na i-discuss po namin. We pray na sa mga matututunan po namin, hindi mo namin ito makalimutan kaagad at hayaan mo nga po na magkaroon po kami ng sapat na talino para maunawaan ang lahat ng ituturo sa amin ni Ma'am Mek. Salamat po sa lahat ng biyaya sa buong linggo at salamat sa pagpapanatili sa aming malakas at may malusog na pangangatawan. Muli, Panginoon, ikaw na nga pong bahala kay Ma'am Mek na magtuturo sa amin. At sa mga kasamahan po namin na hahabol, ire-replay ang video na ito, we pray na matuto din po sila in their own space, in their own time. And sa mga makakasama po namin first time, ay maramdaman po nila yung family na nabubuo dito sa Gurong Pinoy. Muli, Panginoon, ikaw na nga pong bahala sa gabing ito. In this we pray, in Jesus' name,
Amen.
Amen.
All right, so again, we would like to thank Ma'am Eunice Carvajal for preparing our opening prayer and also our closing prayer every Sunday night. Okay, now again, this is general education discussion, and it is also going to be followed by a separate live stream for professional education discussion. Again, all exclusive materials go straight to Grow. Grow is Gurong Pinoy Review Online Workgroup. This is our exclusive FB group. It is very easy for you to become a member of Grow. All you need to do is to pay a membership fee of 500 pesos, 500 pesos, only one-time payment until the day you take the let. This is not a monthly payment. This is not thousands of pesos that you need to pay. It's only 500 pesos, and that can be paid through Palawan, Cebuana, or ML. Another option for you is to pay us through a super chat or super sticker during our live stream on YouTube. All the details can be found on your screen. Again, all the exclusive materials are going to be sent straight to Grow. Now, another thing, of course, there are so many things that are happening in Gurong Pinoy. We have our MASH, or Module Assistance for Students Help Desk. This is our venue where parents can send us pictures, questions from the modules of their kids, and then we are going to try our best to help you discuss these concepts or the concepts using videos. Okay, now another thing is that we also have our science snippets. Science snippets naman po is from my own class here, my bio class and physical science class here in Manning High School. And of course, all these things, your Module Assistance for Students Help Desk or MASH, also your science snippets, are still very important for you, the LET takers, okay? So again, as I've mentioned several times already, do watch the videos because these videos are still favorite topics of the LET. Now, another thing that you have to look forward to is our mid-review exam, and that's going to be on December 12th until 13th, 2020. Now, this is going to be exclusive for our Grow members because we are going to be giving away cash prizes. So 3,000 cash, 2,000 for second placer, and of course, 1,000 for our third placer, 3,000 po para sa ating top notcher. And aside from the cash, we're also going to give away gift certificates. Gift certificates can be used as enrollment for Grow. Okay, so even our fourth placer until 10th placer are also going to receive some gift certificates. So again, that's going to be from December 12th until 13th. That's 200 items. So that's going to be 100 items for general education, also 100 items for professional education. Then, of course, we are going to be discussing everything. Okay, so that's some of the things that you need to look forward to in Gurong Pinoy. Now, tonight's live stream is very special because this is the first night that we have our partnership with Mathtinik. Okay, so this live stream again is brought to you by Mathtinik. Mathtinik, of course, is a venue. This is a book. This is a company that is producing a lot of books for math techniques, math shortcuts for you to solve math problems in just a few seconds without using your calculators. And as we all know, this is very applicable in the LET because, as you know, wala na pong calculator sa LET. Okay, and so Mathtinik has sponsored tonight's live stream, and we've got good news because our top 3 is going to be receiving an ebook from Mathtinik tonight. Okay, again, our top 3 will be receiving an ebook from Mathtinik. It's going to be including several 25 shortcuts for you to compute math problems. Okay, compute math problems very easily. All right. So again, if you haven't liked our video yet, go ahead and like our video. And of course, share our video. If you're watching us on YouTube, please do share our video. Thank you so much, Ma'am Joy Dairit, for your maagang paayuda. Okay, maraming salamat po, Ma'am Joy. Okay, I think we're all set. Again, please do share our video, like our video, start a watch party, tag your friends so that we can be able to reach out to more people and we can help them pass the LET too. Okay, so again, we start with general education, October 25th right now. And of course, we would like to really thank Mathtinik for sponsoring tonight's live stream. Mathtinik is going to give you several tips and several shortcuts, several techniques for you to compute your math problems easily without the use of calculators, okay? Now, we start with question number 1 for general education. Again, please do like this video if you're watching us on YouTube. And please share this video. If you're watching us on Facebook, tag your friends, start a watch party. Thank you so much for those people who've already started a watch party. Ma'am Yurom, Ma'am Jeanette Nehar, hello po, is to be our study link student. Now, of course, a licensed professional teacher. Sir Ronnie Kilikon, thank you so much for starting a watch party. All right, we start with question number 1 for general education. Please do check your work. And of course, please be honest because of course, our top 3 is going to be receiving an ebook from Mathtinik tonight. All right, yes. Congratulations, Miss Iloilo, sabi ni Ma'am Tin Acabo. Okay, now number 1, bahagi ng pananaliksik kung saan matatagpuan ang panimula, kaligiran ng pag-aaral, at conceptual framework. Of course, we're talking about the different parts of your research here, no, of your thesis. And what do you think is the correct answer? What is your answer for question number 1? Go ahead and please post your answer for question number 1. Again, thank you so much for all the people who've already shared our video, for all the people who've already started a watch party, tag their friends. Maraming salamat po. Good evening. Watching from Negros Oriental, Sir Pepe Olpos. Good evening po. Watching from Laguna, Sir John Christopher Gordoncillo. Watching from Diplahan, Zamboanga, Sibugay, Ma'am Bella QM. Watching from Luta, Naga Cebu, Ma'am Sheila Gitalan. Watching from Qatar, hello po, Ma'am Enin Burge Dubria. From General Santos City, Ma'am Emeline Manlabao Villa. Maraming salamat po. Okay, now a lot of you are answering letter D, ganun din dito sa Facebook, and of course, that will be the correct answer, okay? Chapter 1 would have your introduction, and of course, the conceptual framework, all the rest of the things that you have there. Okay, now chapter 2, of course, that's going to be your related literature. Chapter 3 would be your methodology. Then, of course, chapter 5 is going to be your discussion, okay, discussion of your results. All right, so introduction, background of the study, conceptual framework, tama ka po dyan, Aegis fans. Okay, so letter D, that's the correct answer for number 1. Now we go to number 2, pinakamababang level ng wika na impormal na nalikha at nabuo sa pagsasama-sama ng mga salitang pinaikli o pinahaba. Is this pampanitikan, lalawiganin, letter C, balbal, or letter D, pambansa? Watching from Cebu, Sir Neram or Ma'am Neram ni Suwak. Hello po. Yes, congratulations to Miss Iloilo for being crowned Miss Universe PH. Okay, what is your answer for question number 2? A lot of people on YouTube are answering the letter C. Watching from Tangob City, Misamis Occidental. Hello, good evening. Sir Melfred Simbahon. Hello po. Now, ganun din, no? Dito sa ating Facebook, many people are answering letter C, and of course, that would be the correct answer. Pinakamababang level ng wika, very informal. Sometimes we call this the language that we hear on the streets, no? And that would be balbal. Okay, balbal is the correct answer. Pampanitikan po is a type of wika, no? Klase ng wika na nakikita natin sa ating mga pampanitikan na libro. Medyo matalinhaga na yung mga salitang ginagamit sa pampanitikan, no? Imbis na sabihin mong girlfriend ko siya, boyfriend ko siya, sinasabi mong siya ang kabiyak ng aking puso. Okay? So, pampanitikan na yan. Lalawiganin, of course, that would be our regional dialects. Okay? Provincial regional dialects. Pambansa naman, ito yung mga kadalasang ginagamit sa ating mga paaralan, sa ating mga eskwelahan. Okay? Sa ating gobyerno. Okay? Ganun din, pambansa. Maliban, of course, sa English, which is also an official language in the Philippines. Okay? So, letter C, balbal, ang tamang sagot. All right, now we go to question number 3. Wow, wala pang mali. Okay? Sana tuloy-tuloy na, no? All right, question number 3. Which constitutional safeguard prevents one branch of government from becoming powerful or abusive? Okay, this is under social studies, of course. Okay, what's your answer for question number 3? Hello po, Ma'am Priscilla Llamas from Pangasinan. Good evening po. From Binangonan, Rizal, Ma'am Nancy Nalam. Hello po, Ma'am Nancy. From Hong Kong, ingat po kayo dyan, Ma'am Junive Moralde. Ma'am Junive Moralde, are you also Ma'am Samantha? Si Ma'am Sam ba si Ma'am Junive? Or iba din si Ma'am Sam? Dahil Ma'am Sam is also in Hong Kong. Ma'am Funeza Soul, number 1 po is letter D. Okay, now a lot of people on YouTube are answering with letter D. Meron din namang letter C. Oh, iba-iba yung answer nyo for number 3. All right, now for question number 3 states, which constitutional safeguard prevents one branch of government from becoming powerful or abusive? Now, as we all know, we have 3 branches of the government. The executive, siya yung nagpapalakad ng law. We also have your judiciary, okay? That's the part of the government, the branches of the government that would be making your laws. Okay, or that will be your Supreme Court. Siya yung nagpapalaganap na ng law. And of course, your legislative, sila naman yung lawmaking bodies natin, your Congress and your Senate. Okay, so the question here is, which safeguard prevents one branch of government from becoming powerful or abusive? Now, you have the following choices there. Merong communism, merong laissez faire, may impeachment, may ombudsman. Now, when you say communism, of course, this is an idea by Karl Marx. Sabi ng Karl Marx, everything should be owned by the society. Okay, it's Everyone should be owning everything, not just the government. Okay? Now, laissez-faire mo naman, very lax na klase ng government. Walang rules. Okay? That's your laissez-faire. Pwede din naman ito sa isang kumpanya. If you are an owner of a company and your company employees can just come and go whenever they want, they're doing flexi time, they're doing everything at their own pace, they can come to school in their to work in their pajamas, you can say that you are you are following the laissez-faire type of management. Ang impeachment mo naman, we all know this to be paglilitis. Okay, this is a hearing which is usually done para mapatalsik, no? Chine-check ninyo if there is really some basis para mapatalsik ang isang kawani ng gobyerno. Now, of course, the ombudsman, this is an office in our government that checks and balances all branches. If there is any maltreatment, if there is any malversation, for example, ng funds natin, no, kung may mga kamalamalahan sa ating any branches of the government, then that would be the ombudsman that would take care of it. Okay? And so, since there is no check and balance, the best answer, of course, would be your ombudsman, because that is the government branch or that is the government office that would do your check and balance. Okay? Yung ombudsman po, yung gumagawa ng check and balance. Siya yung nag-check, siya yung pinapadalhan ng mga reklamo, yung if there is some administrative ang tawag dito, yung may mga ginawang kamalamalahan yung mga kawani ng gobyerno, no? Then we give all the complaints to the ombudsman. Okay, so ombudsman po, that's the correct answer. That's letter D. Letter D is the correct answer. Now we go to number 4. Question number 4. This is in the category of science. What is the unique feature of fungi or fungi? Okay, letter A, they have combined chitins and glucans in their cell wall. Letter B, some are capable of bioluminescence. Letter C, they contain mitochondria. And letter D, they contain genetic material. What do you think is the correct answer for question number 4? Ligwak. For question number 3, yung iba na ligwak. Okay, now some people on YouTube are answering with the letter A. Ay, signal number 3 pala sa Albay, oh. Sabi ni Ma'am Rosemary Ibarra es mama. Ingat po kayo dyan. But thank you po for starting a watch party. Nakapag-watch party pa siya. Signal number 3 na sa kanila. Ma'am RD Canulo, thank you po for starting a watch party. Ganon din kay Ma'am Norsina May Abalos, Magain, Tanjalin. Ma'am Mona Felisan, thank you po. At Ma'am Fineza Soul, thank you po for starting a watch party. Good evening sa aking magandang tita watching with us tonight. Tita Gina Magluyan. Hello po, tita. And thank you for tagging someone. I think this person that you've tagged is a let taker. Thank you so much for watching our live stream. Okay, now a lot of people on Facebook are answering letter A. Mahina ang signal. Yes, I know, because nga merong bagyo sa Pilipinas. Pero wag po tayong magpapatalo at magpapagapi, no? Laban lang po ng laban. Okay, now letter A din dito sa ating YouTube. Ma'am Jaya Andreen, thank you po for starting a watch party. Ganon din kay Ma'am Elsie Palomo. All right, now again for number 4, science. What is the unique feature of a fungi? Okay, here I pronounce it as, when I'm teaching my students, I pronounce this as fungi. They have combined chitins and glucans in their cell wall. Some are capable of bioluminescence. They contain mitochondria. They contain genetic material. And of course, the correct answer would be letter A. They have combined chitins and glucans in their cell wall. Sometimes we call their cell walls peptidoglycan. Okay, so letter A po, they have combined chitins and glucans in their cell wall. That is one unique feature of your fungi. Now, we cannot say that some are capable of bioluminescence. This is not a unique feature. Not all of them are capable of bioluminescence. They contain mitochondria. All types of cells would be containing mitochondria. Tandaan nyo po yan, pag lumabas sa LEP, what are the cell parts that are contained in all types of cells your answer would be the cell membrane, the ribosomes, and mitochondria. Okay, again, cell membrane, ribosomes, and mitochondria. Those are 3 cell parts that are contained in all types of cells. It might be prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell, bacterial, fungal, okay, lahat po yan. Merong cell membrane, not cell wall, cell membrane, ribosomes, and mitochondria. And of course, letter D mo naman, they contain genetic material. Hindi po yan unique feature. Okay, because we know that whenever you have an organism, the organism would always contain a genetic material. Okay, one very important concept for you to know is that a virus, yung virus po natin, example COVID-19, your virus is not a living organism. Okay, so non-living po yung virus. Non-living po yung virus mo. Kaya kailangan niyang pumasok sa katawan ng tao because it needs the machinery, our cellular machinery, so that it can reproduce. Okay, para po dumami yung virus, kailangan niyang pumasok sa ating katawan dahil wala po siyang genetic material. Okay, meron po siyang genetic material, pero wala siyang cellular mechanism. Wala siyang cell structures na meron yung cells natin. Okay, so again, for number 4, the correct answer would be letter A. Now, we have 3 very important videos on YouTube with regards to the cells. Balikan nyo po yan lahat ng yan. Meron doong the difference between prokaryotic, eukaryotic cells, the different cell parts. Then, of course, you also have the differences between your plant cell and animal cell. Okay, for number 4 again, that would be letter A. Now we go to number 5. If you forgot blank textbook, you could use blank mark. This is a very common question in the LET. Palaging nandyan ito sa ating LET. Okay, malakas daw yung hangin sa Albay, no? Si Sir Blue pala ay taga-Albay din. Good evening and good morning, Sir Mark Toledo. Nakabalik ka? Ngayon lamang nakabalik tong si Sir Mark. Ano na nangyari kay Ma'am Rachel Abuela? At si Ma'am Ella, hindi na din nakabalik. Wala nang signal. Aba, may hugot si Sir Arthur. Mabuti pa ang bagyo, may pag-asa. Alright, now for number 5, a lot of you are answering letter D sa YouTube. Ganon din dito sa ating Facebook. Karamihan yung sagot nyo ay letter D. Okay, if you forgot your textbook, you could use mind mark. And letter D, of course, that's the correct answer. Okay, this is very easy. So yung gawin nyo lamang po dito ay supply nyo yung mga words na nandito sa inyong choices at of course, pakinggan nyo kung saan yung tama, no? Pag pinakinggan nyo ay tama. Tayo kasi mga Pinoy, in terms of English, we are not really very technical, no? Yung sinasabi lang natin lagi, parang mali, okay? It sounds wrong. And so I think it's wrong. I know that it's wrong. Okay, so letter D is the correct answer for question number 5. We proceed to question number 6, still for general education. Ethical conduct governs research. Which among the following are not related to ethics or morality in research? Is it letter A, erroneous data? Letter B, voluntary participation of respondents? Letter C, no harm to participants? Letter D, respect for confidentiality? Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot dito? Na-busy si Sir Mark sa module. Yes, I know mahina yung signal. Sir Nino Vincent, good evening po, watching from Digo City. And thank you for starting a watch party. Ma'am Kay Bolo, thank you po for starting a watch party. Ganon din kay Ma'am Michelle Tolentino Pranilla, Ma'am Jaya Andrin, yes, I've already mentioned that. Maraming salamat po for starting a watch party, tagging your friends, reacting to our video, and of course, sharing our video. Now, if you're watching us on YouTube, please go ahead and like our video. Some of you have not liked our video yet. Okay, now again, going back to question number 6, this is research. Okay, which among our choices are not related to ethics or morality in research? Now, a lot of you are answering letter A. Ganon din dito sa ating Facebook, karamihan din ay letter A. And of course, that would be the correct answer. Erroneous data, okay? Pag dinoktor mo yung data or yung data, then that would not be in relation to your ethics or morality in research, okay? Now, it's very important for you whenever you're conducting research to know or to make your participants aware that their answers, for example, if you're doing some survey, that their answers are going to be used in research, okay? So you need to also respect their confidentiality. All right, so number 6 is letter A. That's correct. Now we go to number 7. Anong uri ng panaguri ang ginagamit sa pangungusap na siya ay huwarang mag-aaral? Okay, so that is going to be in Filipino. Is it letter A, pangalan, letter B, panghalip, letter C, pandiwa, or letter D, panguri? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 7? This is Filipino. Kain po tayo. Okay, now a lot of people on YouTube are answering letter D. Sir Soy E. Esoy, maraming salamat po for starting a watch party. Thank you so much. Okay, now, nandito na to sa ating grow, di ba? Meron na po tayo doon sa grow, the different parts of your sentences, no? Meron din translation doon. Pangalan, of course, that would be your nouns. Nouns are names of persons, objects. It can be name of an event, places. Panghalip naman, that would be your pronoun. Okay, this would take the place of your noun. Now, of course, when you say pandiwa, that is going to be your verb, okay, your action words. But of course, we need to remember that not all verbs are action words, okay? Some of the verbs would be your linking verbs, your am, is, are. Meron din tayong tinatawag na auxiliary verbs, your modals, your can, could, do, does, did. Those are all your linking verbs, not your linking verbs, sorry, your modals or your auxiliary verbs. Now, of course, you also have your pang-uri. Pang-uri naman would be your adjective. Okay, those terms, those words that would describe your nouns and your pronouns. Now, tanong dito, sabi ng inyong question, anong uri ng panaguri? Now, remember that you have two parts in a sentence, your simuno at panaguri. Simuno o paksa, that would be your subject, and panaguri, which is going to be your predicate. Your subject, of course, that is the part of the sentence that we are talking about. And your panaguri, your predicate, that is the part of the sentence that is describing or that is talking about your subject. Now, ang tanong dito is panaguri. That means we are looking at our predicate. Okay, siya ay, this of course would be your subject. Huwarang mag-aaral, that would be your predicate. And of course, the correct answer here would be letter D. That's pang-uri because you have the word huwaran. Okay? Anong klase na mag-aaral? Huwarang mag-aaral. So letter D, pang-uri po ang tamang sagot. Pang-uri. Because we are talking about, we are looking at your panaguri, not your simuno. Okay? Hindi po simuno. Okay? So the correct answer again is letter D. That's pang-uri for number 7. Now we go to number 8. Dulog pampanitikan na nagbibigay ng diin ng sariling panlasa ng bumabasa. Kilala rin ito bilang reader response theory. What do you think is the correct answer? Impressionista, antropolohiya, pansikolohiya, or patalambuhay? Watching from Oroquieta City. Maraming salamat for starting a watch party. Again, that's Sir Soy E. Esoy. Ma'am Sara Sinadhan, thank you po for starting your watch party. Good evening from Tinaan City of Naga, Cebu, Ma'am Marcia Yukada Mabano. Good evening po. Alright, now there was someone who said, Ma'am, maraming salamat po for all the learnings, pero sana po sa huli na po ilagay yung shout out, no? Yung mga binabasa kong watching from where, okay, or good evening to this. Okay, but you have to also understand po that we have to also have some interaction. Di naman po pwedeng i-discuss na natin, discuss, or else it's going to be very boring, okay? So we'd like to keep everything as spontaneous as possible, okay? So we'd also like to interact with our viewers, with our audience, and of course, yung comment po ninyo kasi is real time. So kaya nga minsan di ko nakikita yung some comments because real time po siya. So nagpapalit po siya kada segundo, kada minuto, depende po kung ano yung lumalabas sa screen, no? So kaya binabasa ko na. Now, usually yung top fan ko, yung top fans natin, yung na-emphasize ng mga comments. So yun yung mga unang-una ko nakikita. And of course, those that are sharing our video. Okay? Now, again, number 8, dulog pampanitikan na nagbibigay ng diin ang sariling panlasa ng bumabasa. Kilala rin ito bilang reader response theory. Is it letter A, impressionista, letter B, anthropolohiya, letter C, panpsikolohiya, or letter D, patalambuhay? The correct answer, of course, is letter A. That's impressionista. Ano ba yung impresyon ng iyong binasa sa iyo? Okay? Ano yung naiwan yung impresyon sa iyo? Anthropolohiya, of course, that's the study of people. Panpsikolohiya naman is something which is in the mind, okay? Psychology. And of course, patalambuhay, if you are using or you're writing, you're reading your own biography, okay? Your own life story. That's autobiography, okay? The correct answer, of course, would be letter A, impressionista, for number 8. Okay, now we go to number 9. This is math. What is the exponent in the expression 13x raised to the second power plus y? Okay, this is math, but this is very easy. You don't really need to solve this. Now, again, I've also talked about MASH. I've talked about your science snippets. I've talked about your mid-review exam. I haven't talked about our Christmas party yet, okay? I'll do that later. Ma'am RD Canulo, ma'am, saan po isisend ang score after ng checking? Ma'am, if you have watched yesterday's live stream po, whenever we have our questions live stream, I would tell you to post a comment of your answers. Doon po sa nakalagay na October 24 live stream. Post or comment your answers here. Doon nyo po ipopost yung comment nyo. Now, after the checking tonight, you are going to reply to that comment. Kung saan nyo pinost yung answer nyo doon, magre-reply po kayo doon, yung re-reply nyo po would be your score. Okay? So that is how we do it. If this is your first time, it's okay. Okay? You might not have known how we do things, so okay lang po. Mamanilin De La Rosa Fulgencio, thank you po for sharing our video and of course for tagging your friends. Now, a lot of people on YouTube are answering with letter D. Dito sa Facebook, and then letter D. And that, of course, will be the correct answer, okay? When you say exponent, yan yung power, okay? Yan yung power. So here, in our expression, that would be 2, okay? So 13x squared, or x raised to the second power, plus y. So 2 would be our exponent, okay? So tama po yung letter D. Now we go to number 10. The blank of the story is that honesty is the best policy. Now we need to remember this one is pronounced with silent H. So you don't say honest, hindi po honesty. That should be honesty. Okay, honesty is the best policy. Is it letter A, message, letter B, moral, letter C, moral, or letter D, lesson? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 10? Yes, first time pala si Ma'am RD Canulo. Maraming salamat po. And of course, Gurong Pinoy welcomes all of you, especially sa ating mga first-timers. Maraming salamat po. Okay, so Ma'am RD, and then of course, prior to our test po, prior to our live streams on Saturdays, we also post your answer sheet. Okay, so i-download niyo din po yung answer sheet para po makapag-practice kayo ng shading. Okay, so okay lang po yan, Ma'am RD. Okay, so next weekend po, right after the live streams, yung questions live streams natin, ay magkakaroon po tayo ng post doon sa ating Gurong Pinoy na official Facebook page at doon nyo po i-comment yung inyong answers. And then of course, on Sundays, doon nyo din po i-reply yung inyong score. Okay, so that I can easily see them and I can easily check them. Ma'am Sarah Sinadhan, maraming salamat po for sharing our video, starting a watch party. Now, iba-iba na ang inyong sagot. Okay, may D, may C, may A dito sa YouTube. Okay, dito naman sa Facebook, I see letter C, karamihan letter C. Ay, Sir RD, sorry po, Sir RD pala, boy pala si Sir. Okay, now again for number 10, the blank of the story is that honesty is the best policy. Is it the message, the moral, or letter D, the lesson? Okay, of course, the correct answer here would be letter C. The moral of the story is that honesty is the best policy. That means that is the lesson that we get from the story. So we don't usually say, hindi nyo na po sinasabi na the moral lesson of the story because that's redundant. We just say the moral of the story. The moral of the story is that honesty is the best policy, okay? We also cannot choose lesson because whenever we're talking about a story, that would always be moral that we use, okay? Moral naman, moral would be the spirit, okay? Yung spirit. Kumbaga, when you say the school spirit, the morale of the school was boosted because of the activities that we've had, okay? The morale, that's the spirit. Okay, so the correct answer would be letter C, genocide. That would be correct. Okay, now we go to number 11. Okay, yan na naman, no? That's the usual format na makikita nyo, very common in the left. I can't find blank calculator. May I use blank, Robert? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer? Ma'am Jaya Andrian, maraming salamat po for starting a watch party. Again, if you're watching us on YouTube, please go ahead and like this video. If you're watching us on Facebook, please share our video, react to our video. Please start a watch party. Kain po tayo at inom ng Yakult. Okay, now a lot of people on YouTube are answering letter C. Ganun din dito sa Facebook. I can't find my calculator. May I use yours, Robert? Okay, and that, of course, would be the correct answer. Letter C is the correct answer, okay? So the person is talking about his own calculator because he's using I. So I can't find my calculator. May I use yours, Robert? That would be the correct answer. Letter C would be correct. Okay, now we go to number 12. Element X has an electron configuration of 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Based on information, element X belongs to blank family: halogen, alkali metal, transition metal, inert gas. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 12? This is in the category of science, my favorite. Okay. Ma'am Maricris Peña, she says, hello, Mamek, proud SLRticians, board passer, September 2019. Yes, she used to be one of our students in StudyLink. Now, of course, a licensed professional teacher. Hello, Ma'am Maricris. Thank you so much for watching. Now, Sir Giancarlo Macalinaw, thank you po for starting a watch party. Maraming salamat. Ganon din kay Ma'am Manilyn de la Rosa Fulgencio. Thank you for sharing our video and, of course, for also tagging your friend. Ganon din kay Ma'am Vil Slofar Bolok-Bolok. She has been tagging all of her friends. First time to watch live, Ma'am Sharon Reyes on YouTube. Welcome po. Balik po kayo. Again, we do live stream Saturdays and Sundays, 7 p.m. That's Philippine time. Okay, now iba-iba na. I'm new here. That's Ma'am Sharon Reyes pa rin. Oh, nanghula na sila. Okay, iba-iba na yung sagot nyo. Okay, now again, going back to the question that we have here, this is chemistry. Okay, element X has an electron configuration of 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Based on information, element X belongs to blank family. Letter A, halogen. Letter B, alkali metal. Letter C, transition metal. Or letter D, inert gas. The correct answer here would be letter A. That's halogen. Halogen is the correct answer. Okay, now let me explain why halogen is the correct answer that we have here. If you have your periodic table of elements, again, the periodic table of elements, this is a very important device in physical science. This is what I teach my students. It's also very important, of course, in chemistry. Now, you know that the father of the modern periodic table would be Dmitry Mendeleev. Lumalabas din po yan sa left. Dmitry Mendeleev is the father of the modern periodic table. So as you can see here, in your periodic table, the elements are actually arranged in increasing atomic number. Okay, so you have 1 for hydrogen, atomic number. And you have 2 for helium, lithium 3, beryllium 4, and so on. Now, in your periodic table, you see different arrangement of elements. Yung from top to bottom, the columns here are called the groups or families. Okay, we call this the groups or families. Now, from left to right, yung rows natin, we would call this the periods, okay? Now, if your elements belong to the same group or to the same family, they have the same number of valence electrons. When you're talking about valence electrons, ito yung electrons na nasa outermost shell. Ito yung electrons na involved in bonding. Okay, so again, if they belong to the same group or family, say you have 1A, they all have 1 valence electron. Your 2A, they all have 2 valence electrons, and so on. Yung yung period number naman, from left to right arrangement, that would be the number of energy shells that they have. Okay, but that's not our discussion right now. Now, remember that you have your electrons. We've been talking about electrons. Sinabi ko, the electrons are the part of your atoms that are involved in bondings. Sila po yung involved sa ating chemical bonding. Sila po yung lumilipat. Sila po yung sinishare. Now, what you see here on the screen over here sa inyong question, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, that would be your electron configuration. Ayan po yung inyong electron configuration kung paano inarrange yung electrons ng isang element. Now, for you to know the number of electrons of this element, the total number of electrons, you need to add, okay? You need to add po yung inyong number of electrons. So that would be 2, okay? So 2 plus 2, that would be 4 plus 3, that would be 7. So that would give you an idea that this element belongs to group number 7. Okay, so dapat po, this element belongs to group number 7. And so your group 7 elements are here, and your group 7 elements are your halogens. These are your halogens. Okay, so that's why halogens po, that's the correct answer for question number 12. Okay, so number 12 po, halogen would be your correct answer. All right, now we go to number 13. Which of the following is a segmented worm that can be used to facilitate anticoagulation? Is it maggots, letter A, letter B, bloodworms, letter C, leeches, letter D, earthworms? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 13? Which of the following is a segmented worm that can be used to facilitate anticoagulation? Okay, hay nako, sira talaga mata ko na. Okay, si Ma'am Jennifer. Ang sakit na yung mata ni Ma'am Jen. Okay, now for number 13, many of you are answering letter C. Dito sa Facebook, ganun din. A lot of people are answering letter C. Ma'am Emilien Linga, thank you po for starting a watch party. And of course, that would be the correct answer. Leeches, linta, okay? That's your segmented worm. When you say segmented worm, of course, these are the types of worms with segments, okay? So yan siya, segmented worm siya, that can be used to facilitate anticoagulation, okay? Anticoagulation po. Ayan, of course, would be the anti-clotting of your blood, okay? Now, merong trend a few months ago, no, or a few years ago, merong trend na sinasabi nating vampire facials. Okay, yung nilalagay yung linta sa face. Okay, yan yung ginagamit sa facials nila. No? So, vampire facials ang tawag. And of course, they'd be using leeches for that. So, letter C, leeches, that would be the correct answer. Now, number 14, this is in computer science or IT. That symbol is for what? Letter A, control keys. Letter B, enter key. Letter C, backspace. Or letter D, after key. What do you think is the correct answer? Oy, wag naman yung friend mo na leech. Meron mang friend na leech. May friend daw si Sir Loreto, si President na leech. Linta yung friend. Okay, again, hinahanap ko si Ma'am Rachel Abuela. Ano na nangyari kay Ma'am Rachel Abuela? Wala na siya. Siguro for the past 2 live streams, hindi ko na siya nakikita. Ganun din si Ma'am Ella. What happened to Ma'am Ella? Oh, 14 bonus daw. Okay, of course, the correct answer here would be letter C. That's your backspace. Okay, so backspace po yan. Nakikita mo yan sa keyboard ng inyong laptops. Okay, so backspace, that's the correct answer. The number 15, we listen to a loquacious speaker. The underlined word means, this is a very common question. Okay, and you know this. Bonus na daw yung number 14. Hello daw sa lahat ng mga taga CDO. That's coming from Kaironisa, Kasan Masbud. Sir Barbosa ha, may chismis ka dito. Nagpa-facial lang daw para sa Christmas party. Okay, Sir Alombro Alvin, nasa Facebook na daw siya ngayon, no? Dati nasa YouTube siya nanonood. Hello po. Okay, now this is a very easy question, very common, not only in the LET, also in the civil service exam. Now, we listen to a loquacious speaker. The underlined word means, that would be letter D, verbose, okay? That means a very eloquent speaker, okay? A speaker who talks so well, who has a very good set of vocabulary words, for example, who can easily express himself or herself, okay? So the correct answer would be letter D po. Now, next one, she is known for her penchant for jewelry. The underlined word means blank. Okay, so the question here, of course, is we're looking for the meaning of the term penchant, also a very common word, not only in the LET, but also in the civil service. Hi sa mga taga Oroquieta. That's coming from Sir Melfred Simbahon. Thank you so much for sharing our video, Ma'am Jane Botaya Prudente Padillo. I think Ma'am Jane was our former student, now a licensed professional teacher. Tama yata ako, Ma'am Jane. Tama po ba? Okay, so number 16, again, she is known for her penchant for jewelry. The underlined word means, of course, the correct answer here would be letter D. Letter D po, fondness. Okay, gustong-gusto niya yung jewelry. Aversion, avoidance, dislikes, these are all synonyms. Okay, pare-pareho lang po yung meaning niyan. So the correct answer would be letter D, fondness. Now we go to number 17. My sister and I met an acquaintance of blank in the shopping mall. This is still in English. Letter A, ours. Letter B, mine. Letter C, ourselves. Letter D, us. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 17? Good evening to everyone watching from Pagadian City. That is coming from Ma'am Maywil Bacalso Kasipong. Hello po, ma'am. Ma'am Ameline Linga, thank you po for starting a watch party. From Nueva Ecija, Sir Mark Ephraim Boton. He's watching on YouTube. Okay, now, of course, the correct answer here, very easy. And that would be letter A, ours. My sister and I, okay, so dalawa kayo, met an acquaintance of ours. Okay, acquaintance, that means kakilala nyo, nakita nyo sa shopping mall, okay? So letter A, ours is the correct answer. Now we go to number 18. This is category math, your favorite. What is the total amount after adding an interest of 8% on 10,000 for 3 years? And this should be a period, okay, not a comma. All right, so that should be a period there. What's your answer for question number 18, category math? Again, for those of you who are our first timers, no, we do our live stream Saturdays and Sundays, 7 p.m. po Philippine time. Again, the Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. Philippine time. Then of course on Saturdays we have our questions live stream. So questions lamang po. You are requested, you are advised to download our answer sheets. We make it available. We repost it every Friday, no, or Saturday morning. We repost the answer sheets so then you can easily just download it and print it. And of course, while answering, you can also practice your shading. Then of course, on Sundays, we do our live streams for our discussion. Okay, so we have a separate live stream for our general education discussion. Also separate live stream for our professional education discussion. Again, the Saturday, Sundays, 7 p.m. Even if you are not a member of Grow, you can still watch all of our live streams. You can still join. Okay, other live streams po are free. Okay, now number 18. Again, what is the total amount after adding an interest of 8% on 10,000 for 3 years? So this is a question about percentage, not percentage, about interest. Okay, so about interest po ito. Now your formula, of course, for interest would be I equals P times R times T. P there would be the principal. That would be the original amount. Then you have the rate. Ito po yung number na may percentage sign. And then, of course, you have time. Now, of course, you need to remember that the time here should be measured in years. So if you are given months sa iyong problem, you need to convert your months into year. Okay? How do you do that? You divide the month by 12 because, of course, we have 12 months in a year. Okay, now this is just your simple interest. Wala naman siyang sinabi na every year ay nag-i-increase siya ng 8%. Okay, so this is just a simple interest problem. And so we say the interest would be equal to the principal multiplied by the rate multiplied by time in years. And so your math sentence would be 10,000, that's your principal, that's your original amount here, multiplied by 0.08. 0.08, of course, we got this from our rate here, no? That's in percentage form. And so we need to move the decimal point 2 times to the left so that we can have the decimal form of your rate. Okay, and so we use that to multiply. That would be 0.08. Tandaan nyo po yan, you need to still convert your percentage into rate first, okay, or into decimal first. Times 3. Saan po yung nanggaling yung 3? That would be from 3 years, okay? So again, that's the time in 3 years. And so the answer here would be your interest is 2,400. We are looking for the total amount after adding the interest. So that means we need to add 2,400 from 10,000. So adding 10,000 and 2,400, the correct answer, of course, would be letter A. That's 12,400. Okay, 12,400 is the correct answer. That's letter A po for number 18. Okay, so again, number 18, that's letter A. Now we go to number 19. How long will it take A and B together to finish a job which can be done by A alone in 6 days and B alone in 3 days? You have the different choices there. What's your answer for question number 19? Second to the last question for general education. Okay, let me take a look at the Facebook. Sir Janelle Lumawa, good evening. Now a licensed professional teacher, of course. Used to be our StudyLink baby. Okay, StudyLink student. Ma'am Mek, it's my first time also, but here in Facebook, yes. That's Ma'am Priscilla. Kasi si Ma'am Priscilla palaging nanonood doon sa YouTube. Pag hindi naka-download ang answer sheet, di na po ba qualified sa ranking? Qualified pa rin po pag wala po kayong answer sheet, as long as nakapag-post po kayo ng inyong answers last night. Okay? So dapat po nakapag-post kayo ng answers niyo last night because we are also trying to make it fair for everyone. Dahil lahat po ang nag-post ng answer doon, of course, they've watched the live stream of the video last night. Okay? So dapat po ay nakapag-post na kayo last night ng inyong answer bago po tayo pumunta sa inyong discussion tonight. Sir Marlon De La Rosa Fulgencio, thank you po for starting a watch party. Kahit nasa notebook lang po, okay lang po, makakasama pa rin po kayo sa ranking as long as, again, you have posted your answers last night. Okay, now... Iba-iba yung sagot dito sa YouTube. Okay, number 19. How long will it take A and B together to finish a job which can be done by A alone in 6 days and B alone in 3 days? Now, this is a working together problem. And your formula here would be 1 over A plus 1 over B equals 1 over T, where A would be the time it takes for the first person to finish the job. B would be the time that it takes the second person to finish the job. And T, of course, would be the time it takes both of them to finish the job. So in this case, sabi dito, si A, na tatapos niya yung trabaho in 6 days if he or she is working alone. And B alone can finish it in 3 days. So that means we can use 1/6 or 1/6 plus 1/3. Okay, yung 6 dito again, that came from the time of A. And yung 3 mo, that came from the time of B. And we are looking for the total time that it will take both of them to do the job, okay, to finish the job together. Okay, so what we can see here, we have 1/6 plus 1/3. Of course, we cannot add them because they do not have the same denominator, okay? Dissimilar fractions sila. And so what we do is we convert them into similar fractions with the same denominator. And so we use their their LCD, okay? This common denominator nila, or LCM. Now, you know that the LCD of 6 and 3, that would be 6, okay? Now, for you to convert this, of course, very easy, elementary math nyo na to, you divide your LCD by the denominator, then you multiply your answer by your numerator. So in this case here, you have 6 divided by 6. That would give you 1 multiplied by 1. That's why we have 1 here. Okay? Now, you have 6 divided by 3. That would give you 2 multiplied by 1. So that's why you have 2 here. Okay? So then you have 1 plus 2 over 6. Again, that's 1 plus 2 over 6 equals 1 over t. Okay? Now, adding 1 and 2, you know that that would be 3 over 6. Now, of course, you can easily just write this in the simplest term, no? In simplest form ng 3/6 nyo, that would be 1/2. Or you can continue by cross-multiplying this. Okay, so you cross-multiply 3 multiplied by t, that would be 3t. Then 1 multiplied by 6, of course, that would be 6. Okay, so you are given 1/2. Okay, I already wrote it in its simplest term or simplest form. And then you will cross-multiply. So that means t would be equal to 2. Okay, so t po is equal to 2. And so the correct answer, of course, would be letter C. Okay, letter C. That's 2 days. That's the correct answer. Okay, so again, letter C po yung tamang sagot natin. Letter C, that's 2. All right, so again, 19, that's letter C. Now we go to the last question for tonight's Gen Ed discussion. Okay, this is still in math. Simplify the quantity 3x minus 12 divided by 3x divided by x minus 4. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 20? Watching from Dammam, Saudi Arabia, hello po, si Ma'am Lynn Sanchez. Ingat po kayo dyan. Sir J. Pastor, thank you po for starting a watch party. Yes. So, Ma'am Sir RD, next weekend na lang po kayo mag-join sa ating ranking po. Okay, dahil hindi daw nakapag-post si Sir RD. All right, so again, you have a math problem here, and you are asked to simplify 3x, the quantity 3x minus 12 divided by 3x, divided by x minus 4. Okay, so this is going to be your equation there. You have 3x minus 12, that's the first quantity. This is to be divided by 3x. Then, of course, this is going to all be over x minus 4. I-divide pa rin sila by x minus 4. Now, as you know, whenever you have a fraction and you are dividing your fractions, no, pag meron kang fraction, dinidivide mo siya, you can get the reciprocal of your denominator and you can use that to multiply your fraction. Okay, so you can do the multiplication, the inverse process, and of course, you need to get the reciprocal of your denominator here. So that would be 3x minus 12 divided by 3x. Ito nga yung ating numerator. Okay, so 3x minus 12 divided by 3x times, we multiplied it by the reciprocal of your x minus 4, which is 1 over x minus 4. Okay, so yan po yung ating magiging equation. 3x minus 12, that's coming from our numerator, which is divided by 3x. Then we multiply that by the reciprocal of your denominator. Okay, yung inverse po ng yung denominator, which is 1 over x minus 4. Now, we get the factors of this. Okay, fa-factor natin siya. Now, looking at your 3x minus 12 and 3x, you see that the common factor would be 3. Okay, now factoring that, ilalabas mo yung 3 dito. You are left with 3 multiplied by the quantity x minus 4. Sa yung denominator, you can also take out 3. Pwede mo ding ilabas yung 3 because you know that 3x would just be equal to 3 multiplied by x. Okay, then of course you have 1 over x minus 4 here. Now, whenever you have this, now that you can see this, you can already start your cancellation process. So 3 over 3, maka-cancel na lang sila. Okay, canceled na yan. Now you have x minus 4 here, meron ka ding x minus 4 dito. So that means you can also cancel them. Okay, numerator and denominator, po pwede mo din silang i-cancel. And so you are left with 1 over x. So 1 over x, that would be the correct answer for question number 20. Okay, so again, number 20, letter B, is the correct answer. From Sultan Kudarat, si Sir J. Pastor. Sir Marlon de la Rosa Fulgencio, thank you po for starting a watch party. Okay, again, for number 20, the correct answer would be letter B. I hope you have the correct answer. Okay, now I'd like you to please hold on to your scores. We are coming back with our professional education discussion in just a few minutes. I will be ending this live stream, of course, and then we are coming back with another live stream link that is going to be found in your YouTube and also found on the Facebook page of Gurong Pinoy. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Again, see you po in a few minutes for our professional education live stream, and we'll be back. Bye. Okay, let me end this live stream because we are going to start our professional education live stream.